What's up, y'all? We would like to welcome y'all to another episode of the Dress Code Podcast. It's your boy, the Bruhman from the... I said the Bruhman from the fifth floor. Now, we're running with that from now.
Not the Bruhman.
The Bruhman.
Two E's.
Two E's. The Bruhman from the fifth floor, alongside the lovely, the stylish local. And today, guys, I got another mood board piece. Listen, I got a mood board, right? I got an Instagram mood board. And I have, as we all know, I always say on every episode, I'm heavily influenced by black women. My style comes a lot. Well, not today. Fuck it, I'm MC Light. You feel me?
We have references.
You feel me?
Go at it.
There we go. You feel me? I'm heavily influenced by black women when it comes to style, okay? And one day, I'm just scrolling through Instagram, right? You know, just randomly on the Explore page. And I see the crispest picture I've ever seen in my life, taken from an iPhone. And then I just saw the high rise, the sun just beaming onto the skin, the silhouette that lifted off the floor. And I said, what the fuck am I doing wrong in life? What am I doing wrong that my pictures ain't coming out like? Why am I not embodying and visualizing this?
Child.
I said, who is this? I gotta find out who this is. And it just so happens, y'all, we got on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Ari on the Dress Code Podcast. And give it up for Ari. Yes. Now, everything you do is just the most. Look, can we get a zoom? Can we get a zoom in on the shoes?
The shoes are everything.
And
I was going to say.
And listen, you know me, I love me some shoes right there. So I need to know, what is your biggest. No, I have my new question that I like to ask the guests now. When did you first fall in love with fashion?
Oh, okay. So for me, my background, I guess, started out in the performing arts. So I started dancing at a very young age. I did ballet like my whole life.
Really?
So I was heavily involved in, theater and dance. And I think just being around like the rehearsals, being around like the fittings and the costumes and actually performing on stage, that like influenced me to like...
That makes sense.
Go into the creative arts. And I always like clothes, I always like fashion. But I think for me, like to actually start my path as a career, I would probably boil it down to like two significant moments when I was about like 13 or 14.
Okay.
And they're like more pop culture references, but I remember seeing Lady Gaga's Bad Romance video.
Ooh.
Plus Alexander McQueen's last show, Plato's Atlantis, before he unfortunately passed. Those two things coincided because they like released around the same time.
Okay.
That is when I was like, oh, this is something that like I could do.
Connection for you.
Like this is like where you could actually take fashion. I never saw anything like that before, especially what like McQueen was doing at the time. So that like sparked everything. I was like, okay, I need to like be in that world.
Have we ever had anybody come on here and like give their style, like their testimony of their style to a music video before? Have we?
I mean, it was like, that was, I feel like it was a few different references for me, but I remember that being like the one thing that like,
I feel like that's so
really
dope.
triggered it.
I think a lot of people are influenced by like certain eras of music, like 90s, you know.
You get that, but like
for sure.
If you
but like a specific video that made you be like, yes, I don't think we've necessarily heard that yet. No.
Yeah.
If you can give yourself a music video that's a good question. That's a great question. Like you just that's gonna be a new question that I'm gonna implement into the podcast. If you can give yourself a music video for your style or what influenced your style, what would it be?
That's hard because I don't have one set style. I dress by mood. And like my music is also my mood too. Like one day I might feel like listening to the Shy Lights.
Is there like a music video you always go back to that's like your favorite?
No.
Really?
I have like favorite videos, but like to think of one that I could just pinpoint, I can't. That's hard for me.
You have one?
That's very hard for me actually.
Shit. This is Spotlight. Now when you think about it, like I'm gonna actually have to do my homework on this.
I have to think about that.
Thank you for that.
Really
I'm gonna have to do my homework. Like if I can think of a music video that really I always say like for my style influence I always wanted to look like I like the clean look. For a movie, it's Brown Sugar. I've always wanted to look like Taye Diggs. I said when I turn 30, I want to look like Taye Diggs in Brown Sugar. Well tailored.
Yeah, a lot
suits,
of blazers and
he looked like a grown man.
Yeah.
I said when I turn 30, I don't want to be dressing like Fab. You feel me? That was always my thing.
That's just ridiculous. That's clownish behavior. What he does, like, no. But I mean, that's a good reference because you can build from what Taye Diggs was doing in that movie. Okay, I get that.
And for a movie, it's always been Fab. But as far as like, but my everyday style, like growing up, like I was always best dressed, but I loved looking rough and rugged. So Jim Jones was like like Jim Jones was always fly, like for our era with the trues and this and that. But he never had his fucking braids done. Never had his hair done. It's like
his hair was never done.
But he was so swaggy with it, and I always loved. Aside from, you know who?
Yes,
Tiana Taylor.
He loves Tiana Taylor.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah,
aside from
Tiana, on it for a while, like
Queen Bee.
So it wasn't like a Kanye, or I feel like everybody of our era is like a Kanye.
No. It wasn't. It's always been Tiana. Like for the pinnacle was always Tiana Taylor. Like ever since I saw her My Sweet 16 episode, it was like I've always had my own individual style, but when I was like, wow, that's fly. But I never tried to be her. You know, I never tried to buy what she buys, but I always looked at it's like with Tiana, I'm gonna wear what I like to wear, but would she approve of this? You feel me?
She has good taste for me. Like,
exactly.
She has great taste.
She's a chameleon.
But no, it was never. It's never been Kanye for me.
That's the perfect word. Chameleon. What? That's the perfect word. I love when people can.
Yeah, she can.
That's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, she can.
I love it.
Because I just don't have one set thing that I like, and I feel like if you are a person like that who you don't put yourself in a box as far as like aesthetics, so you're not just like someone who has like a classic style. You're not someone who just dresses grungy all the time. You're not a boho queen every day. Like you are a chameleon. You are, and a lot of us are because we don't just want to dress one way every single day.
Yeah. Would you consider yourself a chameleon?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, really?
Yeah. Because I like to play with masculine shapes, feminine shapes, and I'm definitely like a genderless shopper.
Okay.
Or I'm like genderless in my style.
Got you.
So I have no issues going to the men's section, picking things out. I have so many pieces of menswear in my closet. I have no issue like getting dolled up and getting, more girly, pink, frilly, whatever. I can do that too. But I like to like play around.
So I've noticed this thing about myself that like I have a style. I am a chameleon as well, but I feel like in my perfect world, I would be a dark guy. I would be a minimalist. In my perfect world, in my head, I'm a minimalist.
What type of minimalist? Because
Saint Laurent, Celine, Greg Lauren. He's not a minimalist, but I can make it a maximus millimalist. You feel me? If that makes any sense, like I can.
So you're not on like the Jill Saunders side,
because I can see Jill Saunders.
Because I don't know, minimalism is.
Bottega.
I have like iffy thoughts about it sometimes.
I would like,
but those brands she just mentioned are considered minimalist.
Jill Saunders, really?
Jill Saunders is very clean. Like it's very. Minimalist
I can see where it's very.
Because I wouldn't consider Celine or did you say Saint Laurent?
Saint Laurent, yeah.
I wouldn't consider them minimalist.
Really?
Not really.
Saint Laurent, not.
Really?
Especially not these days.
When I look at going Saint Laurent, it just looks just cookie cutter. In my opinion, it's like for menswear, it just looks. I mean, the most audacious thing that they've given us was with the vampire shirt with the two fangs and like a drip of blood. Like that was probably as wild as I've ever seen.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I guess for men it's not, because for women we're getting like rocker chic. Yeah. We're getting
for men they tap into that, but I think just coming from like their history and lineage, it's that Parisian man.
Gotcha.
And the Parisian man is a little bit more
vibrant,
a little bit compared to like the American customer. So
for sure.
That's why I think they play into that. But I like those choices.
Damn, now I'm thinking of all of Jill Saunders pieces. It's like, and I think I would also be a no label type of person. Like I'll be a no label guy. Like when you look at Bottega, there's nothing.
Oh, like no logos?
Yeah, like there's no logo, like there's no it's no monogram, it's no
one
nothing.
of those,
It's just
if you know your
if you
pieces,
know,
you
you
know
know.
your pieces. Yeah.
That's good because then people can identify it by the fabric.
Exactly.
Right, and not based off the
quality,
brand,
yeah.
right? So it's like, do you like this because it's Bottega, or do you like it because it's well made? It's constructed.
Yeah.
I told you my
the
shopping
fabric
rule.
is
If
good.
I'm not gonna buy it, I'm not gonna buy it because it's Bottega. If I won't buy it because it's Forever 21. If I'm not, that's how I look at it. If I'm not gonna just get this here because if this is it, if I'm gonna see it in Forever 21 and be like, fuck this shirt. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you say you're a chameleon, but do you have an idea in your head that if you could have one specific style, like one, you could dress like this one style for the rest of your
we
life?
both made the same face.
know,
'Cause
like,
it's what?
What would it be? Like you could only be this one style.
Ooh, that's
Does it have to be a style or could it be someone's closet? Is that...
Ooh, I like that one better. Can we do that?
So
Yeah.
don't say Sarah Jessica Parker.
That's easier.
Oh, I love her style, but no.
I feel like you would say that. I'm waiting.
But
I'm
she's a chameleon too. She's a great
She
example
is.
of a
Oh
chameleon.
yeah.
She is
Carrie
really
Bradshaw.
good.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about.
Because it's like SJP's closet or
But
Carrie
she's
Carrie
like,
Bradshaw.
it's the same.
It's
It's
low
the
pretty
same.
much- okay, yeah, pretty much.
But like,
Yeah.
you know.
Ooh, mine will probably be cliche, but Rihanna.
A fact.
That's a little cliche. But I mean, at the end of the day, like facts are facts. Like,
Period.
yeah.
You
And
can make
then
that face all you want.
The second person would probably maybe like Tracy Ellis Ross.
Ooh.
I feel like she's a good collector, but I also like her style for like everyday
Absolutely.
purposes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did I send you that link? I didn't send you that page. Oh my gosh, they did a like a collage of Tracy
her
Ellis
looks?
Ross's everyday wear.
It's crazy.
She's sickening.
Also, she has access
sickening.
to her mom's closet too.
Exactly.
With all
Fuck
those
us.
Bob Mackie. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Vintage Bob Mackie. No, we stand no
Crazy.
chance. We stand no
Tough.
chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who you going with?
Damn. Well, she reminded me how I feel about Tracy for sure. It would have to be. Oh, this is a little hard. This is hard for me. I only
Really?
get two. I get two.
I didn't have.
One or two.
If you want to.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
You are such an Aries.
I cannot make that
You just
decision.
make everything difficult about
It's
everything
hard.
in life.
Would you
It's
have like
hard.
style icons or do you follow it?
I do. Tracy is definitely one of them.
Okay.
Rihanna for sure. Carrie Bradshaw for sure.
Yeah.
Who else do I really like? Damn.
I want to talk about Rihanna.
Fix your face.
I want to talk about Rihanna.
Fix
What's
your
wrong?
face.
I feel like now we just letting her slide. I feel like she's getting away with shit off of the name. You don't think so?
The name of what? What do you
Of
mean by
Rihanna.
that?
Because
Just
she's Rihanna.
No.
I feel like certain things,
No.
like have y'all realized like people lately, like I've been watching like certain blogs and they're going back to like her pregnancy looks and they're like, how the fuck did we let this rock? Like, hold on, wait.
But you know, there's a saying called "It's ugly until Rihanna wears it," right? So there's a lot of looks that come down the runway, and I think that when people see it on the runway, they're like, "What the fuck is this?" Rihanna puts it on now. She styles it, and it's like, "Oh, I see the vision." She has that influence. Like a lot of people can't do that for us. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, do I think she's gonna pass because she's Riri? No, I think she's gonna pass because she know how to fucking dress.
I'm not saying she doesn't. She has amazing pieces. And I'm really starting to notice that a lot of people are starting to back out like a lot of like
Archive pieces?
archive pieces.
Archive is where it's at.
I am so over Archive.
Archive.
Are you?
I feel
Really?
like
I am
love
exhausted of Archive.
Archive. You know what? I think maybe who are you
It's-
following?
No, I just think the whole like there's this weird, in my opinion, this weird reliance on Archive now from like everyday people to stylists to what celebrities are wearing. Like all of it is just too much.
Okay.
Like why is everything an Archive piece? And then for like the everyday person, for some reason there's this superiority thing. Like, oh, I have this Archive piece. I found this. You know.
I don't like that attitude.
I feel like
towards
that's
it
a
because
lot of
it's
I
just
like-
super be having that attitude sometimes.
I think that's fine.
No,
If it's a gram that you love.
No, if you want to shit on me, it's okay. I get it.
I think it's different
cool.
if it's like something that like you wanted forever. Like this is something that I want for
Okay.
like this is what I wanted. But if you're like specifically going out there just trying to find the hardest thing just to say that
to
you
shit on people
can
and like
pull it
make
or you sourced it? Like, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that comes from, for at least for me, for males, I feel like that comes from the sneaker community, from streetwear community heavily, because
okay.
like
I can
when
see that for
like
sure.
this, when it came to sneakers, when you had those pairs of shoes on, like one day I had on a pair of, I was going crazy with archive. We can't even call it archive. Like we call it vintage kicks. You feel me? We don't in the sneaker world community. I call it an archive. Vintage kicks. You feel me? And I have a pair of original 1994 Charles Barkleys, and I stepped outside in them, and one step crumbled to dust.
I believe it.
Crumbled to dust.
I believe it.
All of my majority of my I have a lot of old sneakers like from the original date. Like I have 2005 Dub Zeros. Original receipt and everything, big ass fucking receipt from East Bay. Like, come on. You feel me? And that's like in the sneaker community, that's a very big thing. Like having, like when you see somebody with like guys will see your cement, they'll look at your fours and they'll be like, does it have a Jordan logo on the back or does it have a Nike on the
logo,
back?
'cause
You
there's a
feel me?
difference.
Yeah.
So there's a difference. It's the same exact sneaker,
Jordan
but
is-
your logo tells me how long you've been doing this. You feel me? So I feel like that attitude within me comes from the sneaker world part of me. But when it comes to like having certain pieces like and going on that dumpster dive, and you're absolutely right. I do feel like certain times, like I think I may have bought a piece where it was like, I know when somebody asks me about this, I went, this is Louis Vuitton 86.
I think that's fine to have that attitude,
Stop.
but like, I don't know. It's
I get what you're
something
saying.
about it is just like rubs me the wrong way. And also like
Please,
for me,
talk on
it's
it.
also like, I just think there's just way too much good fashion out there where we don't have to keep harkening back to the past. Like I can
Gotcha.
appreciate archive. I can appreciate, the references. I can appreciate, preserving that. But there's way too many like cool things being made currently that like we don't support. Or like the average person doesn't support, like because they're stuck on trying to
Find
find the
archive
archive
pieces.
pieces.
No more thrifting.
It's funny because I actually right now sometimes I feel like I don't be like inspired by current fashion.
Yeah.
And then I see an archive piece and I'm like, ooh, that really did it for me. So I feel like that's where like I care about the archive piece. It's not the
Yeah.
people who are just out there and just like want to say that they have an archive piece once again to just I guess seem like they're better than you or maybe they have more access or whatever it is. That's corny. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
just like a
that.
little bit of like a competition now to see who can have like the
I don't like
hardest
that.
pull.
For me, I want archive pieces because I want to be transported back to that point in time where I remember that for me seeing it for the first time in a magazine or a music video or that runway show. And it's just like, oh, this piece. And also a lot of archive pieces are from a time where a specific creative director was there, you know what I'm saying? And now that brand no longer gives that. It doesn't give that. So you want to hold on to that little piece of,
I think if
like
you
the
have like a
past.
personal like story or message behind it, that's like go like have fun. Like I get it.
Go off.
Yeah.
You want to know where I think that all came? Because where this whole archive thing is coming from, I feel like it's two points that I want to make. It's the Y2, the reemergence of this Y2K thing. Because like, why are you bringing like people bringing back these Coach bags? And it's like, I'm here for it. Like, it's cool. I fuck with it. But like, I feel like you're trying to make a point right about now. Exactly what you said. Like, I feel like you're trying to say something to us, and we're not picking up what you're putting down. You feel me? Like with certain pieces. Like, that wasn't a shot at Coach, but that was just like the quickest thing when I think of Y2K. It's like Coach bags, or I ain't seen nobody back on Michael Kors. Why y'all acting funny with the Michael Kors?
Now you know damn well.
Like, don't act funny with the MK. Now back that out. Since we Y2K and back
Yeah,
that
they
shit
can
up.
bring that back if they want to.
Oh, child, they gotta bring back the watch first because that was that's what everybody
Look,
had.
the Michael Kors watch is still pretty good.
I like
there's
the
nothing wrong
watch.
with
I
it.
felt like there was nothing wrong with the watch. Now everybody's talking crazy like the watch wasn't a good
But also,
piece.
people still can't like
Tell time?
differentiate between Michael by Michael Kors and Michael Kors. Because
Well,
Michael
yeah, two
Kors
different things. Oh,
collection
thank you so much.
is a
Please
whole
talk
different
about
world.
it. Please talk
That
about it. I
is-
tell people all the
that's
time, y'all
coin.
paying attention to the licensing, and that's not what you want to look at. You don't want to look at what's in Macy's. You don't want to look at that. His fucking ready to wear though, he's still one of he's in my opinion still a great American designer. Like
Yeah,
I'm gonna
he's one
put
of the
him at the
premier
top
ones,
for
yeah.
sure. Period. Like his pieces that come down the runway fire. Once you hit me with the MK logo, I don't want to talk about it. But look at his other pieces.
And then the next thing that I think about is, for some of us at that point, we couldn't afford what was dropping back then. Like I
yeah.
saw
Yeah,
this,
now you can now.
like there's a Raf Simmons jacket that I was eyeing, and I looked at it over and over and over again, and I'm a bozo because I did not buy this jacket. I didn't want it then. It's not like I saw it back then and I wanted it, but I've always been in love with Raf Simmons. Like for a very long time, I've loved Raf Simmons from the time that I've heard about it, and I felt like it would have been a personal thing for me to like, yo, I can finally like afford this.
Yeah.
Before I could have bought it, but I'd have been starving. Now I can afford it and be comfortable wearing this now. And I'm so mad that I slept on it. And I feel like that's another thing that a lot of people are doing. Like I have a personal Jordan collection called Mama Said No. And they're all Jordans that my
I
mother
love
would not buy. You
that.
feel me? I bought
That's
all the
funny.
J's that my mom said no to.
Yep.
You feel me? We talked about that on a whole other
Yeah,
episode.
we
Yeah,
did.
we did.
We did.
So
I love that.
all the Jordans that she said no to. And the crazy and the twist of it, it's actually an homage to her. You feel me? Because she was a single mother. You feel me? And she said no for a reason.
You need to turn that into like a coffee table book or something.
Right?
Like you got something there. I love that.
You fucking with it?
A documentary or
That's
something.
that's
gonna talk.
Yeah.
Yo.
Mama said no. I like that.
I call it's my Mama Said No collection. You feel me? So I feel like that's that is also a reason why people are doing art. But everybody has different reasons for.
Yeah,
what
but you're not on like Grailed or eBay like trying to find the most.
Do you guys watch
exclusive thing.
YouTube at all?
Yeah.
Like, okay. So there are a lot of YouTube like content creators and influencers who I want to say maybe like I've noticed it for like the past 2 or 3 years, who they started getting bags like, you know, before they were like reissued, they would get like old versions of the Dior saddle bag or the Prada bag or whatever it is. And a lot of times they were getting the archive bag because it was cheaper, obviously, than what was being sold in the store. And so they got on it before the resurgence of the reissued bags, right? So now a lot of them will only shop pre-loved, and they're only gonna shop like older styles and archive pieces. And then they have like, you know, they'll make their archive wish list and stuff like that, and they'll go down the list and just like be checking shit off. So I think like a lot of it also comes from people watching YouTube too and realizing that I could get certain pieces, you know, like from before for a lower price before it gets hot. Because a lot of these girls be on it before it gets mainstream, to be completely honest. And then it gets mainstream and now the price is double, triple. And you might as well go to the store and buy an up-to-date version because it's the same fucking price. So archive pieces, I feel like for a lot of people were also a way to save money because a lot of people weren't checking for them. So, but yeah.
I've been thinking about this question. Like I've been asking a lot of people this on like off air, off the podcast. Is there a specific style that you like but's not for you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like what's one style like what's one style that you look at and be like, yo, that is so fire, but I will never.
Oh, it has to be fire, not okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you know, like it just won't fit you. So, matter of fact,
2 questions?
2 questions, because what was you alluding to?
No, I thought you said just any style that's just not for me. That's like an absolute no, like a hard no.
What is an absolute no for you?
Probably I hate to say it, the clean girl.
That clean girl.
Super minimal to the point where it's just
Model
like beyond
off duty.
Not even that, just like super, just like.
But why do they call it that?
Basic.
Why are we calling this a model off duty? Like
they be dressing too, like Bella
hello,
dresses.
hello. These girls be putting on clothes. I'm just like, so it makes me a model because I put on a pair of like high waisted trousers and a t-shirt and some fucking sambas, and now I'm like clean girl aesthetic. I hate it.
Girl aesthetic,
it's just like the white tee with the blazer,
clean girl makeup.
And then for the gym, it's A-Lo.
Anyway,
but even on like the higher luxury end too, that probably will never be my taste.
Agreed.
Because I would just get bored of looking at my closet.
I would put that on and then probably just like overdo it with something.
I'll wear that at home.
Yeah, I'll
use
mad
office
accessories
now.
and it will no longer be clean girl.
Yeah,
so.
I agree.
So what's a style that you do like, but it's just not for you? Like I can't see myself doing this.
Ooh.
I don't know exactly what it's called, right? Um, I'm trying to find a word for it. What is that? Is it coquette?
Oh, like the really like girly bows. And
Yeah,
stuff.
with the bow, like because the crazy part about it is that I love bows, right? But I'm not gonna style it that way. Like,
Are you talking about the style where they try to make it like more tomboy leaning too?
No, like the girly version. The one
like
is
the true, like,
true
girl- okay,
yes,
yeah.
lace bows
Yeah.
everywhere. Like I like certain elements of it, but with me, I'm gonna throw that on with something the complete opposite because I
Yeah.
like juxtaposition. So
I am so
yeah.
over that look with the fucking Mary Janes. It's like, bro, be yourself.
But the crazy part about it is
Mary
that people
Jane's and
are
what
being
else?
themselves.
Like with the
socks?
big like shorts and
Like,
the I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like,
I
be
agree.
the bowls with the like. What the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
where did you learn this from?
But a lot of people are. Where do you think social media does?
Like, be
a lot of people
yourself.
But you
cannot
should
think
not
for
have to be
themselves.
scrolling and see like.
But people
carbon
do, and that's
copies.
the crazy part. A lot of people cannot dress themselves without the help of social media.
I'm sorry to say this, like, and they bring it up again. Cardi B, she wore that to the bat. She wore that to Knicks game with Offset, and then they tore her ass up because like, why the fuck you trying to be Ice Spice?
Wait, what did she have
Yeah, I
on?
don't know.
She had on I believe, I don't remember what color they were, but she had on Mary Jane, the straps all the way up here.
Oh,
and
she probably had on the Marc Jacobs Kiki boots.
Yes,
I love good Kiki.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah,
That's
I love the
different.
Kiki boots.
Those I'm over that look.
Nah, first
with
of
the
all,
bowls and the
Marc Jacobs Kikis though for me are iconic pieces. Like I think that those are always it's how you style it.
Now the girls are not doing that. They're getting dupes. We know that. Number one, it's dupes. So we're gonna stop right there. And they're
That's gonna be the new shark boot.
I feel like it already. I think
It probably
is.
already is.
Yeah,
It kinda
it
already
is.
But I feel it's just a moment.
What, the Kiki boot?
Yes.
For certain people.
Excuse me. For certain people.
Oh, yeah, okay,
for certain
yeah.
For certain
like.
people.
So all right. So let me give you a rundown of like how we kind of like diffuse this show, kind of. So not our problem. What we try to do here is shed light on fashion into the hood. You feel me? Because I'm very urban.
Okay.
I'm from an urban setting.
Right.
You feel me? My upbringing is in an urban setting. You feel me? But how I dressed always set me aside from it. You feel me? I've always been open minded and always gravitated to the 14th Street, LES, Soho, those types of looks, those types of styles. You feel me? Meanwhile, in Flatbush, there were people doing it, but it was far few and in between of who was really doing it, and it kind of like you either got chastised for it or it got swept under the rug, and people just didn't understand. And now, as we're older, a lot of people are trying to do things that we're doing. Trying to do things that's already been done and trying to discard it or say, "Oh, I'm doing this now, so this is lit." And bro, people have been doing this. You feel me?
That's how it always happens.
This like we've been doing this. You feel me? Like you just because you got hip to it. Like our first episode, I had a rant that went crazy just talking about Rick Owens. And
but you're on the opposite side of it.
I've been wearing Rick Owens. You feel me? And to see now everybody Rick, it's like, bro, what the fuck are you on? Relax. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I agree with what you're saying. Like, people are gonna. You have to know your audience. I'm gonna say that.
Very much so.
Who you're trying to appeal to, probably that are not on it or don't have like the knowledge of it. That's not your audience. You gotta go to where
people understand.
People understand.
Slowly but surely, I'm really realizing like I may have lost y'all.
Because I think the thing about it is that regardless of like where you're from, you're either gonna get it or you're not, right? It's either gonna like make sense to you or it's not. You're either gonna be interested or you're not. So I just kind of feel like, for me, my target audience is everybody. everybody. Because at some point in time, you may watch this show and one thing or another is going to click for you. It may not be it may not be everything, but one part of this podcast you can probably relate to, right?
Absolutely.
So it's just like, but on a very surface level, if you love fashion, if you like, you know what I'm saying, getting dressed, if you like just talking about anything in that realm, this is your podcast because you're going to find something to, you know, like relate on. But if you're someone who does not understand the hype behind fashion or who always feels like, oh, it's just clothes, this is not for you. It's not for you because you're always going to find people who are very passionate about what we're talking about.
Yeah, or that's their livelihood.
Hello, period. So it's just like, what you mean it's just clothes? This makes me my money. This pays my bills. Like, this is what I eat, sleep, and breathe. You might eat, sleep, and breathe something else. Maybe you're a fucking accountant and you love crunching numbers. I hate it. That's not for me. That's for you. But fashion, that's what this is about. Style, that's what this is about. Like, taste-making, trend-setting, all of that, that's what this is about for me. So, like, you either get it or you don't.
Do you feel a way if you were already, you know, I guess on something and people are late to catch up? Do you feel like kind of like a little like,
Yes.
Yes, because of I feel like kind of like the attitude that comes with it, because we're in the hood, we're so quick to make something so hot and then try to discard it. You feel me? So like we'll say, everybody's, these AirPods are the most fire things on earth. I'm fucking with these AirPods. These AirPods I'm on them. Mm-hmm. Ashley's been wearing these AirPods 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. And then tomorrow you wake up and say, man, fuck these AirPods. We ain't on these AirPods no more. Hold the fuck up. You come from disrespecting them. You wasn't even worried about these AirPods.
What's wrong with being the person that was already, you know,
doing
into it. Yeah. Like, you are the first. There's plenty of people out there that do that, and then people always are going to circle back to you because you were one of the first people to do it.
You want to know what it is? I feel like because I've seen so much people not get the recognition for being the first.
Yeah.
I think that might also be what it might be for me, because like when I was in high school, I was the first person in my school with nudies. But who the fuck remembers that? But I remember none of you niggas was wearing nudies.
It's important to you.
It was important to me. Like, and I don't want to feel like, all right, this nigga's fiending, because I am fiending because I love fashion and I love those jeans. I was the first nigga wearing them. Don't come around talking about, yeah, niggas been doing those. No! Niggas was not. You weren't.
You built the
I
shit by
was.
yourself.
Yeah.
So who the fuck are you to say niggas been doing? No! You're new here. Don't come in here and talk about niggas been on that, or y'all niggas just now getting on it. Every caption is this, that, and the other. As soon as something comes out, everything is this, that, and the other. And it's
that
like,
just means you gotta be 2 steps ahead.
I stay 5.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's
You
all
also
you
have
can
to
do.
not care.
Yeah.
You also have to not care, because it's always going to be that.
Yeah.
Like right now, there's this whole thing about who I want to fight. Hailey Bieber starting a trend about wearing a scarf over your fitted cap. How long have we been doing this? How long have we been doing this? A girl on TikTok literally said, "Oh, I think Hailey Bieber just started a trend." Becky, excuse me, hold on, because we have been doing this for a very long time.
Have you seen the
Mob Wife?
Oh, Mob Wife aesthetic.
Whatever that was.
Mob Wife aesthetic.
And
the
no one's
fucking
talking about it
Chinese
now
slippers,
anymore, but like that whole
like
thing.
Everything
that
we already did. We
the
did
Chinese
all
slipper
of this.
shit. Bruhman's.
That's ridiculous.
That's
That's ridiculous.
Because I want to know
kinda pisses me
why
off.
I was in junior high school walking to church in Utica, getting the red pair. I had a silver pair. I had a baby blue pair. Black, red. Baby, what are you talking
They banned
about?
them
For
at my
$5?
school back in middle school.
Hello?
They banned them.
They banned them.
We gotta wear them.
I remember when they banned them.
And you
actually.
want to tell me this is the trend of the
Now they
season?
want to put a little heel on and a little wet.
the
Like,
nerve.
okay.
I got a
The
question.
nerve.
Matter of fact, I got a bet right now. I want to put $100 up within the next 3 years. Somebody gonna pop back up with "I Love New York" t-shirts.
Oh,
That already started.
Fuck me.
I think like
Did they
Balenciaga
really?
or somebody did
Hell outta here.
that. Yeah,
Are you serious?
probably.
Oh my god.
I could see them doing it too.
I mean, I'm not betting you out money.
But you know what?
I'm pretty sure.
They're gonna put "I Love New York" and then stamp Balenciaga across the
It
back,
was
and
something like I
everybody's
love
gonna buy
New York.
it.
Yeah, in the same font or the same like typography. It was like something like that.
Crazy.
What brand has your attention right about now?
Oh, that's a good question.
We're talking about Balenciaga. What brand has your attention right now? Like, okay.
Ooh, okay.
And it could be more than one.
First that comes to mind is this guy named Jared Jacobs. Have you seen his stuff?
No.
He's based in Berlin, but he does the coolest like airbrushed pieces on leather.
Oh.
I think ASAP wore one of his pieces before. But I love him. I love
Gotta add this to the list to tell niggas I've been up on this.
Kele Magugu.
Who?
He's a South African designer. He
I feel
actually
like I
has
heard
a
of
piece
him.
in the current Met exhibit too.
I feel like I heard of him.
But he does like wonderful stuff. But this is Jared Jacobs.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I seen it on Outlander. I believe he.
Yeah.
Okay. I seen it. I seen that.
Oh, I like that. I've never seen it though.
No, I saw it.
never
I saw it.
seen
I
it.
saw it
Those
on
pieces are
Outlander.
nice, though.
Okay. Who else now?
I love what Ferragamo's doing because I am a Maximilian Davis stan. I love him.
You love Maximilian. Yes.
Who else?
Ferragamo. I wasn't expecting that.
They have he's a black.
If I was gonna
designer,
do
and he's
minimalism, that's
Ferragamo.
where I would live.
That
Yeah,
would you live?
yeah.
Okay. See?
Because he still will give you a texture. He'll still give
Yeah.
you color. It won't be, crazy embellishments or anything like that, but he'll still give you something.
He loves
I like Harris Reed a lot. The designer that did Demi Moore's
Yes.
look.
So I was saying that I wasn't familiar with his pieces, but now like I'm paying
Oh,
attention.
he's insane.
wasn't familiar
Actually, I think
with
she transitioned. But I love her. I like Bianca Saunders.
Okay.
I think she's doing really cool stuff. I wish she would get more attention. There's a lot of like Black British female designers that are really doing cool things that I feel like should get more.
Do you feel like what's her name? I don't want to. Damn, you know the name that I want to say.
Martine?
Wills Bonner.
Yeah, Martine and Wales Bonner.
I love Martine. And
Martine, do you feel like she's opening a door over there right now?
I feel like she's been doing that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She was like I think she was it Balenciaga. She was working with directly with I think Demna for a while.
I can see that.
For
think so.
years, and then even when she started back in the 90s, like a lot of stuff that she's doing that she did in the 90s are like people are just catching up to it.
I can definitely see that.
I like her a lot, and I like her design philosophy and what she stands for, and I like that a lot of her work revolves around like everyday people, like the average person. So she'll cast them in her shows, she'll cast them in her lookbooks. Like she's very in tune to like the people. She's not far removed from it.
I like that you're very into the science. It sounds like you sound like a geek like her. Like you're into the science of the fashion. I love
and I do
it.
this all day, every day. That's what
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
The science of the fashion. And I feel like that was another premise of the show is to bring the science to people who weren't aware. So I brought her into the street. I brought her into the streetwear side of life. And I always, from the hood. I'm from the hood. We know about high fashion, but I only knew about it at a point in time, surface level. This name, that name, that name, that name. But I didn't know who Daniel Lee was. I didn't know who Phoebe Philo was. I didn't know who these names were until meeting her. And it's like, so he's the person of this house, and this is why this looks like that. Oh, Tom Ford at Gucci. So this is why this looks like, so now I started to learn the science of it and like now really do the homework behind. Like now I be in the street and I be looking at people's stuff and I be like, that's
what makes this like really interesting is because there's not too many podcasts or even like forms of media talking about fashion coming from people that look like us with our perspective, our voices.
Yes.
Like you'll get the Show Studio podcast and those reviews, but it's all,
And when I had the idea, I was like, why aren't there, like, I always think about fashion podcasts and it's always like ran by white people, and people who work for maybe Vogue or some different kind of publication, and no one who's going to really like talk about us and the fact of like how we are a lot of the reason why certain things are the way they are, trendsetters, et cetera, right? No one is gonna like speak on us and our culture the way that we can, but also speak about fashion from our lens and like our view, because like no one cares about it. No one cares about it. So it's just like, granted, like we two kids from Brooklyn, Caribbean backgrounds, like we from the. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. He likes to talk about my age, and we gonna fight on camera. We gonna fight. But anyway, It's just like I wanted to create a space for Black people that we can talk about all the things that we love, that we collectively like enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Especially because like once again, I'm gonna say every chance I get, we are the blueprint. And I don't care what nobody say. So it's just like for us to have our own show, I think it was dope. I'm just glad that we were able to link up for sure. Yeah. And then we wanted you on because I was like, once again, first of all, just having more women, right? Because
as I told her,
it's not enough women at all. But women who really like get it and get dressed and understand certain things. I was like, I want her.
Well, thank you.
He sent me a page like,
Do you know you're a mood board? Like, do you know people? Yes, like, do you know you go on? Like, people go to your page, like, and
for inspiration.
And for inspiration.
Yeah. Yes and no. I don't. I guess I don't see it like that.
Like, I look like
you're just living your life.
Well, yeah. I mean, I try to put effort in, like, because content creation, whatever. But I don't. I actually don't think I look at it.
You got it, because there's things that in my fashion journey that I know that I'm not good at. So like I know, I won't even say not only good at certain things, areas that I've never played in. Like I've never played in the mixing of patterns and textures and things of that. So I would definitely go to your page and look and be like, fuck, how they pull that off? How she pull that? Can I? Hold on, let me fuck around and try something. You feel me? Like, but within the parameters of comfort, right. You feel me? Because I will never put myself in something that makes me uncomfortable. But I like to look and I go to different people's pages and be like, but how did they do this? Like color blocking. Like how did they make this look like this? You feel me? So you definitely have a page. That's a mood board page. I just need you to know that.
I think that you're definitely inspiring the girls and the guys, even if no one wants to say it. Like, for sure, I think people are coming to your page like, ooh, I got something like that at home. I could do that. Or, like saving your post, which is dope because I think that, like, people who like to get dressed, we aren't thinking that way. Like you said, like, I'm not thinking that I'm a mood board. I'm not thinking that I'm an inspiration until somebody says it to you. And it's like, you know what? You might be right.
Yeah. So do you not notice it? Like when you're scrolling, you're like,
like someone wearing like something that
anything.
Oh, I've seen things, but it doesn't bother. It doesn't bother me. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like we can check the dates. If we want to go back, we can check the dates. That's why you can't get mad.
You guys part of the game.
You can pull the receipts.
It's part of the game.
Now you see that's one thing that never bothers me when I see guys try to do things and like the way my page, my audience right now, the way my algorithm goes back to, I don't want to use the word, I'm going to use it. It goes back to the old me. You feel me? So I'll go on certain people's pages and I'll see what they have on and I'll be like, I like that for you, King. I see what you did there. I know where you got that from, and I like that for you. Because we speak about this all the time. People are getting the words influencer and content creator mixed up because you're getting people who are putting looks together and doing this and they'll have influencer in their bio, see somebody have on the same outfit that they have on and throw a fucking temper tantrum. Bro, I thought you were
Did you not want to influence?
Influencer. So if you're an influencer, your job is to influence people to do what you do.
You should just be existing and people should just be falling behind.
Follow behind. I am here to lead the way. Or are you just creating content? Whereas you're doing all of this, but don't copy me. You feel me? If so, don't confuse your words. Yeah. You feel me? Because I see people doing that a lot. They're confusing their words. You feel me? Be very mindful because you can't throw a hissy fit if you see somebody buy this top that you people will literally have the link in their bio and then get mad when somebody click the link in their bio.
It makes no sense.
The girls are copying me. Bitch, you set the fucking precedence for them to copy you.
They just want like the tag and the at.
Okay. Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? It all circles back to what we was talking about originally. It's the notoriety. I feel like so much people want notoriety for different things, I guess. You feel me? Like, I would never want somebody to tag me and be like, yo, bro, I got this from you, da, 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 da. But I just want motherfuckers to remember, like, where you got this from. You know. You feel me? Yeah. So we all, in certain things, we all look for different notoriety when it comes to this game. You feel me? When it comes to
sorry.
no, go.
I wanted to know, like, speaking on style and like people just trying to figure out, I guess, where they stand. What advice do you have for people like who are trying to find their personal style? Because I feel like a lot of people don't have it, right? And it's just like, one, how did you find yours? And then two, what advice do you have for people like trying to figure out theirs?
I'll start with the advice.
Okay.
So what I would say is turn off your phone, go outside, possibly read a book,
Touch grass.
go look at art. Just don't like stop scrolling. Because that's just gonna
really good
just
advice.
influence you. You're just gonna get in that cycle of like wanting to be a copycat, wanting to do whatever your favorite influencer is doing. Like, don't turn your phone off. Leave it alone. But also, you have to like have interests, have hobbies. Like, what do you like? If you're a person like that likes anime, and you like that whole world, you have a favorite character that you like to, that you would like to emulate. Why not? Find some inspiration there.
Right.
If you like to, there's a certain place that you want to travel to. Like, find out what they're wearing over there. Like, you have to have hobbies, have interests, have a personality. That's the starting baseline.
Agreed.
I bet not see none of you niggas running around just like Naruto.
It's so stupid.
But even that, you can find something cool in that.
In that, like,
you should be able to find something
that
in
gives
anything.
that vibe.
I like that little challenge. I don't want to call it little. I like the challenge that people do with like dress up. Like they have one where they dress up like SpongeBob characters.
Oh yeah, and they make it a real.
And
That's
they
too,
make it
like, that's too. I think I like those. Those are cute. Whatever.
It's
But
like cool,
it's like
like-
too literal. Like there's ways you can do it. Like, and they do it all the time in like collections. Like you'll be like, oh, I recognize that from this show. But it's just only like maybe a small little detail. So like taking those little things that you like and putting it together. That's how you kind of can evolve.
I definitely love that you said stop scrolling though. That one is, I think, key for everybody, regardless of fashion or not. Like I think at some point need to stop scrolling and like just think on your own. Like, do I really like this?
Yeah.
Like, what works for me? Because that is
That's scary.
it is. We are heavily influenced. Even the people who think they're not influenced and think that they're not, being like or like not sucked into social media. We are. We are. But go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know.
You what?
How did you find your personal style?
Oh, okay. Honestly, a lot of my tastes and preferences come from me, one, being an Aquarius, and two, getting bored very easily. So I always like to have something of like interest going on with my look. And even when I'm shopping, when I'm looking for something, like it has to have some type of pull for me. Because that's like one of my style rules. Like, I'm never going to leave the house with something that's not interesting on. It doesn't matter how small it is. If it's a coat, if it's a shoe, if it's a piece of jewelry, like something has to catch the random person's eye. Someone has to be like wanting to have a conversation, like have a conversation starter, like something like that.
Is there something that you, when you're shopping, that you're looking for to gravitate like you to it? Like, I know anything. Once I see like crop, I'm like, what's going on here? If I see crop, rust, and what's the name of that? And like charcoal gray.
What do you mean crops? That's interesting.
He likes crops.
Oh, you like crop tops?
What crops? No, whoa, okay.
Oh,
whoa.
no, yeah.
not like.
Hold on.
But he likes a crop silhouette and a boxy.
Yeah.
Boxy.
Okay.
I'll use boxy. Fringe. Oh fuck me, fringe. What?
A lot of men, you never hear a lot of men say that they would prefer, cropped silhouettes.
Oh yeah,
especially
that.
a man of his height.
Yeah. So
that's
like,
not common at all. Because they
that's hard
think
to
crops
do.
and they think above the belly button, baby.
oh yeah, no. It can literally sit
Yes,
right
at
there,
the belt line.
right there at your belt line.
But they're not understanding that.
But this is why we're here. Welcome to the Dress Code Podcast.
Hello, how are you?
You feel me? So what would you say is something that like is automatic, like squirrel?
I'm a big lover. This is one of my favorite like design elements is scale.
Ooh.
So anything that is probably like really, really oversized or big, I probably will naturally gravitate
Yes.
towards it.
Yes.
Or anything that has a really cool like construction element to it. That's where visually I can tell that it's something that's unique. Like if there's a lot of pieces that have great construction, but something that is a little bit off. Maybe it's asymmetrical. Maybe, you know,
I was just getting ready to say that. That's
the
my thing.
proportions are off or weird, or maybe the volume is different. Something like that.
Asymmetrical. Once I'm locked in.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
asymmetrical automatically adds interest. It's just like you just turn the most basic piece into something else now because you changed the hemline.
Because because with something like that, it says so much without saying anything at all. It says so much. Like I believe it's Margiela that has like a top where it's like one half of the shirt stops at the waist, the rest continues all the way
Yeah, I
down.
love stuff like that.
I'm like, bro, that's
Did you
fucking
see that
amazing.
Balenciaga started to price their couture pieces online?
Did they?
They have the most insane coat to me. It's $40,000.
Fudge.
I
But
have
it
to
is
see it.
so
I have
crazy.
to see
It's
it.
basically a coat where the construction of it is as if the wind was blowing and the coat got frozen in time. So it's literally made where it looks like the wind blew and it stopped.
I am going to say this: as much
Crazy.
shit as we give Balenciaga, their
Oh.
outerwear. Did you see what I posted? I posted it on
Yes.
Thread.
But it's
what-
Balenciaga
got a
couture
jacket?
though. That's
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
different story.
They have
But
this
also-
jacket that I need right now that I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to sneak into the house because
Kara, just kick him out.
it's like
Just kick him out.
like
Where you going with
I
the coat?
love remember that time we was in Soho and I was telling you about the 7-layer jacket?
Yeah.
The Balenciaga
Yes.
7-layer jacket?
seven layer. What is
Seven,
that?
it's 7
this
layers.
huge,
It's a
big-ass coat.
huge
Big ass.
Let me
coat.
pull that up.
layer. Oh, I'm into that. Let me
You know
find
what I
this
do
coat.
like? I like an ugly, cute shoe.
Ew.
Oh yeah.
I love a good, ugly, cute shoe because it's just like, ooh, something about this is so wrong, but it's so right at the same time.
Yeah, something
I
that just looks a
gravitate
little
towards-
like
it's just
ugly
a
or
little off,
weird.
yeah.
Like I love
it's-
that.
And I know I can make it cute. That's the thing. So it's
This
just
is
like,
one edition of it. That's one colorway.
yeah.
Oh, it's like stacked.
It's stacked.
Right, okay.
7, but it's shit.
But you can pull that off because you're tall.
Yeah, I know.
You're tall. It
That's
will work for you.
Oh
It's so sick.
gosh. Is that wool?
For you.
Yeah.
I could see that with my eyes closed. Jesus. Now you see, this is something I would look
I
for
was like $40,000. I would do it.
in Loewe.
Yes.
That is
yeah.
very Loewe-esque to me. Or I wouldn't say
Okay.
Bottega, but I would definitely say I
not
love
even
how
mad at
Loewe
that.
has fun with clothes. That's my favorite. Loewe, Bottega, Greg Lauren.
Or even Y Project. This is very Y Project.
Oh,
'cause
that gives me Y Project.
Yes.
For
Wait
sure. I
till-
love Y Project.
I'm
Martin.
sitting
I
here
love
trying to
Y
figure
Project.
out how to style these my white project. I have the breakaway pants.
with the snap?
Yes, I'm figuring out. It's
love
busting
Y
my head to
Project.
figure out how to style
Have you
these.
tried it where you have a longer shirt and it peeks through?
I think I'm so hell bent on
Crop.
crop.
No, try it where you have things like coming through. Do you want to show your leg or?
I don't know how I want to do it.
Try both.
Because
Try
here's the thing.
both.
I tried styling it a couple of ways, and it's one of those complicated things where you look at it like, oh shit, it's like a fucking mullet. It's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
it's jeans, and it's like, wait, bro, those are sweatpants. So like, I even tried to do like a halfway, and it looks stupid as shit. Like, so the only way you can pull it off with like mismatch, you have to mismatch the levels of the snaps. If you do an even mismatch of the snaps, you look stupid as shit. Especially for, and I'm 6'7", so I look big stupid.
You gotta try layers with that. I feel like you have to have something that
It's crazy.
comes through, unless you're gonna like wear shorts or something underneath there. Like I don't.
I think you gotta try.
Or keep it closed.
Way.
Or if you want to show a little bit of skin, that's fine too.
I gotta.
I mean, it's summertime. You could be a little thotty if you want.
No, there's no skin that shows.
Oh, it's
Wait,
just,
which ones?
It's so they have a pair of pants. It's hold on, let me see.
So it breaks away, but there's another layer underneath.
It's jean. Yeah, it's jean. So when you rip the like the sweatpant
Pant part
material
off,
off,
it's jeans.
It's jeans.
Oh, it's
okay,
part
okay,
sweat.
okay.
Wait, I need to see this. Part sweat and part denim.
Y
What?
Project. Oh wait, let me see. Y
No, I love White Project.
I
It's
love
great.
Yeah.
Y Project,
And
Acme
Dior.
Studios. Diesel annoys me because who the fuck are y'all to be putting these price points? Relax yourself.
They don't
Because
sell that
they-
diesel in the
they-
store though. That's annoying.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But once people get a good resurgence under their belt, their price points go through the roof. It's ridiculous.
Like who did
Do y'all have like favorite creative directors that you like
Jeremy
right
Scott.
now?
Oh well.
Yeah.
Jeremy Scott is my all-time GOAT.
Really?
All-time GOAT. I have almost every Jeremy Scott and Adidas collab.
I used to have the denim. Well, I still have them, but the denim
wings?
ones with the wings.
Those are the ones
Those
I
are my
wanna
first
say.
Jeremy Scotts. I love those.
For me, creative director Jonathan Anderson,
Yeah.
and for Loewe and for his own brand, like
Alessandro.
Michelle.
Yes.
McKelly, yeah, Michelle.
Thank
Is it Michelle or McKelly? What is it?
He's Italian. You
I
have him
always
right,
hear-
McKelly.
I always hear people. Oh, I always hear both. 'Cause I'm just like, but you know what? I'm very interested to see what that's gonna be like.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you can't.
Yeah, it's
I can see the cropped.
Yeah.
yeah, okay,
can
so
see
that's
that.
I'm not crazy. That's why I want to do the crop and
It's a, like a wide leg or straight
leg.
Straight leg.
Well, no. It's damn. I don't remember. I think it's straight leg. It's straight leg for sure. Straight
yeah,
leg
you
for
can do
sure.
a crop. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm gonna do a crop. I'm trying to figure out. Now, I think I got the shoes pretty much down pat. I have a whole assembly of shoes that I could pick from, but
Not a whole assembly.
those are like Y Project, Acne Studios. I feel like they're like, and let's talk about real quick. I want to talk about how I really can't afford Miu Miu.
Was it ever affordable?
Like I feel like it was at a point in time. It never was. Shit. So remember what I don't want to ruin it. Let's just say I ordered something.
Uh-huh.
I got something for myself from Miu Miu. Treated
I
myself.
remember what
Is
you
it
wanted.
a jacket?
I'm not gonna say.
I remember what you
Oh,
wanted
it's the
though.
jacket I'm thinking about.
Don't say it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
Wow.
say it. I ordered it
Uh-huh.
in February.
It's still not there.
It's not-
I keep getting. It'll be here next week.
It's
It'll be here
back-ordered.
next week.
It's probably back ordered.
This shit is back ordered to the heavens.
Yeah.
Yeah, February's a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ordered this in February.
February
Paid for it.
17th.
Was it a pre-order situation?
It was a special order.
Oh,
Well,
that's a little
that
different.
could be it too.
Shit.
Because sometimes special orders are like you're waiting for it to actually be made. Like it's not.
But it's not a
somewhere
pre-order.
anywhere.
It's already made. It's already here.
No, if it's a special order, they actually have to make a new one.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So that's probably what you're waiting for us for
Mm-hmm.
it to be made.
That jacket. That jacket.
Okay, it is a jacket. Okay.
That
I didn't know
jacket.
which one you're talking about.
That is a jacket. That is a moment
Well,
in time.
congratulations to you. If you got the one that
That
I'm thinking
jacket is a
about, 'cause,
moment.
yeah, that
I'm not
one
gonna say what it
great.
is, but that jacket is a moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
When you saw Odell with that shit, I said, mother,
Oh. Okay, yeah.
that jacket is
Yeah.
that is a work.
I didn't know which one you were specifically talking about. I had something else in my head, but now
We're
you said
not.
that.
I'm not. I can't
okay.
ruin it because
Alright.
you know on Sundays
Are
we
you
have
gonna
what you
do
cop
an
now.
unboxing?
Yes, I have a
Live?
segment on my page.
No, you
called-
should do one here.
on here.
Yeah, why not?
Oh shit! You know what? You
I
might.
didn't even think about that. Look
Okay.
at that.
So matter of fact, we're gonna do it. We're gonna say unbox.
You'll do a what you copped live edition.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
You do
So,
it, you do
because I did the last week. I did the go buying it. Welcome to the Tabby community. Well, Tabby boot community. I finally
Yes.
got my white Tabby boots. And
Proud of you.
I don't know how I feel about tabbies. I don't dislike them.
I want to
like
thank
them.
you.
We both sat up like
But wait. We have this
But
discussion
y'all
all
are
the
like
time.
in love with tabbies.
I am obsessed.
Really?
Yeah, it's either Tabby gang or don't bang you. Tabbies is not it's not a love hate thing. I mean, excuse me, it's a love hate thing. It's either you love them or you hate them.
I don't hate them. I'm like in the.
She's somewhere in
I'm
the
in the
middle.
middle. I like
somewhere in the
them.
middle.
There's a few that I would have definitely bought, but I'm not like.
Okay, all right, I can live with
Yeah,
that.
like
A tabby
and they're
obsessor.
so comfortable.
Really?
Mine are like butter. Like I never had to break them in, nothing. Like they were just super comfortable. Those are like Nikes in my heel game. Like I can wear those for
Ooh,
hours.
okay.
I can run in them, baby. I can do whatever I need to do in them damn tabbies. So I love them. Yes, they go and get a vote from me every time.
I finally got my boots. I was so happy about them joints.
And the white ones are fire.
The white ones is so butter. Yo, I'm gonna catch hell on the gram. with them.
I'm really looking for the red pair. Like it's hard to find in my size for
The boot?
whatever reason. Yeah. So I got the black ones originally because I'm just like, let me get the black
basic.
out the
Yeah.
way, out the way. But the red ones, I need those real bad. And there's a holographic pair that came out years ago, and I still want them. I still
like
want
the
them. I'm trying
knee-high
to find them.
versions.
I like those too.
Those are cute.
Yeah, I love the
Knee-high
loafers. I love the
think
Mary Janes.
Yeah, they have one.
They have a boot. Yeah.
What was the one? I think it had like it was like painted or like.
I think it came in a tall version and a short version. Yeah,
that one was cool. I would have got that one.
Yeah.
So when we was talking about the brands that you like, you mentioned a lot of brands that are not going to be familiar to our viewers' ears for the average listener and for the average shopper. So I'm going to take it as you have a closer affinity to underground or on the low, and you mentioned a lot of them were, I believe all of them were black designers, were they not?
Well, yeah, I mean,
for the most part?
well, one of the goals when I started doing more of the fashion content creation was exposing people to emerging brands that I think should have more recognition.
Okay.
So a lot of that is just me researching on my own, just scrolling and seeing things. I look at all the graduate collections if there's people
those are
coming out of school that are one of my favorite pairs of boots was from I forgot where. I think she went to Central St. Martin's. But out of her graduate collection, she had this whole printed leather situation. And she made these boots, and she was just she didn't even have her business set up really. She just kind of had her little Instagram, and I DM'd her and I was like, I have to have these boots. I will buy them. Let me know. And then she put them on her site, and then I bought them.
Love that for you.
Very, very new business. So I love so emerging designers. I have no issue with sliding a DM to.
And that's so dope because your presence on social media, people will naturally gravitate. They're gonna look for you to be so, and that's really using your this is what we call using your platform to do God's work. You feel me? Because people are gonna naturally look to you to, okay, we're gonna wear this, and I'm gonna wear that, and I'm gonna wear. Oh my gosh, I'm this 17,000 influencer to put on this shirt. You feel me? Whereas you taking it to be no, nobody's never heard of them right now, but I'm wearing it, and now you're gonna like it.
Yeah, I think researching is that's fun for me, just to dig and see what's out there.
That's the fashion nerd part for sure.
Yeah.
And when it comes to black designers, I feel like we don't do enough.
I think that's fair. I think that's very
one as an industry, because we're not but even some of the Black people in the industry who are in fashion consumers, so supporters, whatever, enthusiasts. I feel like we don't do enough with
showcasing,
supporting, buying from these brands.
Very fair.
Because it's one of those things where there's your top 5, and that's all.
That's a fact.
That's all you get.
That's a fact.
And that comes from a top-down situation.
That's a fact.
Due to funding and stuff like that. But there's so many who are doing really cool things that I think we should definitely support. They're on all of the major retailers too. They're on Essence. They're on H. Lorenzo, Farfetch.
But if you don't know, you're not gonna know.
You want to know what it is also, and I'm guilty of this before we wrap up, because I feel like this is a great topic to have right about now, is that we'll see a fire shirt, right? We'll go Essence and we'll see a tough ass shirt, and we'll look at the designer and we'll be like, oh, cool, this is a black owned designer. And then we'll look at the price of the shirt, and then we'll be like, why would I spend $400 on this shirt of a designer that nobody knows when I can literally be a billboard for a designer who everybody knows, and everybody's going to be like, oh, he got on this.
Do you think that's a black specific issue or just a emerging designer issue? If you don't know the brand at all, would you still do that regardless if it's black or another race?
Honestly, I think I'm going to tell you, shame the devil. I think I've caught myself doing that before, where it was I easily said, I saw a brand that nobody knew about. They weren't familiar with them. The Issa Boulder,
I love Issa Boulder.
Those pants that I wasn't familiar with it, and I know the average person isn't familiar with it.
Yeah.
Remember that I did the haul for the pants that I got and the sweatpants, and I'm like, I've never heard of this brand before, but I know this shit is gonna be fire, and I instantly bought them. But I know if it was a black owned brand, I don't want to say I know. There's a chance that if I saw that, okay, this is a black owned brand, and what's the price that they asking for this? Yeah. Oh no, you're supposed to be my nigga. Hell no, you got me.
Really? Oh,
you got me fucked up, bro.
And the thought process you're supposed to have is, I'm pretty sure that they just put so much work into this to create this specific item. They probably source top tier like materials and X, Y, and Z to create this garment. Mm-hmm. Let me go ahead and support you because I know you did your big one with this. Because a lot of the times we're support is what we think is all this made in Italy. It's not. Yeah, it's not, and we could go real deep into talking about like factories, but that's a story for another day, right? Because a lot of people are lying.
And I caught myself, and I had to sit, and I had that, and I said, you know what? I'm only gonna support black designers. I'm only gonna do this, and I'm only do that. But why am I only limiting myself to what I feel they're worth? I had to check I have no problem with checking. One thing about me, I have no problem checking myself.
Yeah, that's a good self-correct. Yeah.
So I checked myself. I said, why am I limiting my purchasing of black products to what I feel they're worth, or what I feel I should be spending, or what I feel they should be charging? So as of lately, there's some black brands that I've come across, and I'm like, fuck it, take it. You feel me?
Yeah, you gotta like recognize where they're starting from. Yeah. But also, if you really like the piece, just
buy it.
Yeah. But also, there's a lot of brands that are owned by black designers or held by black designers, and people don't even know.
Mm-hmm. Oh well, yeah, true.
And so you're naturally supporting them. You didn't know. Yeah. Like a lot of people didn't know that a cold wall was led by Sam Ross, who's black from London.
I actually didn't know.
Yeah, he's killing it. I love him. There's so many.
Now I'm really sitting here looking at a cold wall like, why the fuck are y'all charging me this?
You know,
their tech jackets are so amazing.
I think it's Palace.
The skateboard brand?
I think is it Palace? No, no, not Palace.
Pierre Moss?
Oh. It starts with a P. I have to find it, but if I tell you, you'll know. Like they are black owned too, but there's a lot.
Jeez. All right, yeah, I'm gonna start doing my. Cause now I've been saying I'm gonna stick to my black owned, but. Stop limiting yourself, people, and let this be a lesson to us as a people to not try to tell each other's worth. You feel me? And try to diminish each other's work and put our dollar amount on what we feel you're worth. Yeah. Know the craft, know the artistry, know the technicalities that goes into creating these pieces, because what you're willing to spend $400 for at Gucci, which just runs through a machine, this is hand woven. This is handcrafted. This is somebody flew to China to specifically pick this material out. They flew to Italy. They flew wherever to create this garment for you to turn around and say, I don't feel you're worth it. Let's not do that to each other.
But also they're supporting a whole, I would say, like infrastructure and like ecosystem of other black people too, that we also have to remember.
Because the people who are behind the scenes,
who work for them, who's employed by them,
absolutely.
A lot of like naturally you're gonna hire people who look like you if you own your own brand. So it's a trickle down effect that's supporting everybody.
Love a trickle down effect here. That's one of my favorite terms.
If we want more designers at Met Gala that look like us, like,
hello, please and thank you, please.
And that's a whole situation that's unfair to me, but
it's another episode.
That's another episode in itself right there, y'all. But we want to thank you so much for coming up.
Thank you for having me.
This is amazing. Thank you. I'm glad you loved it. You dropped a lot of jewels, and you dropped a lot of.
Agreed.
Definitely, like, gotta reevaluate ourselves. Like, put your phone down. Go touch grass.
Right.
Go figure out why you like this. Stop scrolling.
Yeah.
Get a mind of your own.
Please. Think of your personality.
Please.
That's me.
It's your boy Bruhman from the 5th floor, alongside the lovely, the stylish local, the Bruhman from the 5th floor.
Oh, I'm sorry. 2 E's. Don't forget his
2 E's. The Bruhman from the 5th floor. And wait, let the people know where they can find you at.
Yes.
Oh, you can find me at Yes Ari on all social platforms. YAASSS_ARI. Yeah. Follow me there.
See y'all later.
Later.